Seoul says the decision is part of an aid policy that's unaffected by recent tensions with Pyongyang. The UN estimates around 200,000 children are affected by acute malnutrition in the north. Well, for more, we're joined by Joseph Kim, who's live for us in Seoul. Hi, Joseph. Well, in spite of this being for humanitarian purposes, it hasn't helped President Moon's approval ratings. Why did he decide to do this?
Well, this has been in the works for quite some time, especially because the two past administrations have been very reluctant in terms of sending aid to North Korea, despite the current humanitarian crisis that's happening in the country. And the former president, the impeached and ousted President Park Geun-hye, stopped sending humanitarian aid in January 2016, shortly after North Korea conducted its fifth nuclear test. And so this administration, President Moon Jae-in and his government, has said that they will now restart sending aid to North Korea, especially given the current situation that is happening in the country. Current figures have it at 72% of the 25 million in the country are suffering from malnutrition, and that includes pregnant women as well as children. So there is a need within the country, and the government now is arguing that despite the geopolitical tensions that are happening between the two countries, as well as the tensions that are escalating on the peninsula, that they do still need to help those that are suffering.
Okay, but not only does the South Korean public generally disapprove of this aid, it could also cause proper tensions between the U.S. and Japan, which is strongly allied with South Korea now against the North.
Yes, today we saw that approval ratings for President Moon Jae-in fell below 70% for the first time since he's been elected. Now, this isn't only because of the decision to send humanitarian aid. That could have been a factor because that plan was approved today. Now, in terms of when the polls started collecting data, that started weeks ago. So therefore, this could have been a factor, but we don't know if it's exactly the reason why his approval rating has gone down. However, the South Korean public does believe that President Moon Jae-in, who has been advocating for diplomacy, needs to be stronger when it comes to North Korea and how the country deals with Pyongyang's growing missile and nuclear program. It's also creating a rift. Many people believe that it's creating a rift between Japan and the United States, especially from officials. This has been said by officials in those countries, and it was one of the issues that Prime Minister Shinzo Abe of Japan brought up in his phone conversation with President Moon last week, where he questioned the timing. However, South Korea has not been explicit in when they would start or restart this aid program or what that size would exactly be. Obviously, they have given the numerical value, the dollar value for how much they would be sending, but this could be many months or years down the road. We don't know exactly when they are going to restart this program, but it is certain that South Korea does plan to send aid to the current North Korean people.